I'm Master Quency, and I want to give you a foundational summary of the trend line and how to navigate the markets. You'll be able to you'll be able to identify multiple different strategies using these methods. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First, you want to be able to identify where is the trend line. So you want to go over here where these icons are, click drawings. That's what that is. That's their drawings. And then you want to click the trend line. After you click the trend line, I kind of want to make it darker. You can kind of do these how you want. If you're learning from me, it's probably wise to keep them the same color, but I typically don't use the trend line as much as I used to because I can identify the trend line without the trend line. And trading is all about repetition. So you'll be able to wind up getting better the more you do and watch the same things over and over and over again. It's just that simple. Trust me, it'll work out for you. One thing you want to know about the trend line is that it's just pretty much a line that's drawn connecting 2 points or more. And it will act as a, like a future line of support or resistance. And in this example, you could see there's some resistance. You always want it to be at least 2 points or more. And remember, price doesn't have to actually line up exactly. So this wouldn't even be necessarily considered as a point in this example. So when price was being drawn up, and this is the 10-minute time frame, by the way, when price reversed from here, you would expect the trend line to continue to work, in this direction. But you could see what price broke, and this will often happen during trend lines. You will notice that price will dip below the trend line, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a clean breakout and keep going down, because that's one of the moves that you'll be looking for. And I'm going to show you in this example. Just stay with me, rock with me. Once price broke below this level and then came right back up, all you want to do is take this trend line and bring it down. Now, this would be considered a point. And the way that I teach, the things that I've seen for many, many, many years, this would be considered a point. It does not have to touch exactly, but when you look at the market on a larger scale, you'll be able to see that it reversed from this area, which is helping keep things in alignment. You never want to be too technical. Being too technical, somebody would say, oh, that's not right. But anybody who is too technical don't know enough about the markets. So you probably shouldn't even be running your mouth. So as price continues to go up, you'll notice that it's continuously rejecting from this area. So I went from here to here. And you could clearly see this trend line is working the way that it's supposed to. So one of the main moves that you're going to be looking for is a nice clean breakout through this trend line. Now, depending on how you trade and what time frame you are using, it will matter. So let's say you're looking at this on a 1-minute time frame and the candlesticks are exactly what they are. It would not be wise to go in for a trade here, right here at the breakout, because you're looking for price to continue to go down. That will be a clean breakout. And using this example with the trend line, that's pretty much what it is. Nice, clean breakout, and you want it to keep going down. Now, it's not going to always go back down. As you can see, when price broke right here, price started to stall, and it could not continue until the next following candlesticks came in. So that's one move you're going to be looking for. Another good move that you're going to be looking for is this nice reverse from here. And even this reverse from here, because remember, price needs to reject near that trend line, right? And some some analysts, and I'll do analyze it this way sometime too, is by putting a trend line at the top. So you can also put a trend line at the top, smooth that out the way. You also could eliminate this one, and now you can see that it's more in alignment. So where you start your trend line actually matters, because you can see how you could have started off, how I showed you how you could have started it off this way. And then as price continued to push up, it starts, you know, going in that upward direction right after it reversed from this area. But it didn't seem right. But that's what's good about the trend line, is because as the markets continue to move, you'll be able to adjust it. So we can make that darker. Also I'll change the color up a little bit. We got enough green. Got enough green. All right, so when you are looking at the uptrend, it's pretty much just lines drawn up by connecting higher lows. So there's higher lows connect every time price goes up, and everything is in the opposite direction when we're talking about a downtrend. Maybe I'll do a trend line about the downtrend just so you can see some examples, but I want to stick with this one example. So remember, with the trend line, it's always about where did you begin? Where did it start? And where it started could wind up changing up. That depends on what the market continues to do. That's why you want to watch the markets more than you trade. A lot of y'all trading more than you actually even watching the markets. I'm talking about doing too many over trading. You don't want to over trade, not at all. Trend lines will help you visualize the direction of the market and where potential reversals may happen. So I would expect the market to continue to go down, but you would need extra confluences to determine it, extra confirmations. You want more info about the trend line and how to be able to connect it. I'll do probably more videos in the future, but you could get in tune with signals and education. The link is in the description. You get in my group, you'll be able to learn a lot more and how I continue to analyze the market as it progresses, because that's what's important. That's when you'll be able to pick real good spots out the market and try to make some things happen. Trading involves significant risks. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Always trade smart, always think smart. Another thing, price does not have to be perfectly lined up, right? It really doesn't. Like sometimes, even in the real world, sometimes this will do. because it's really not that deep. You can see what the market is actually doing. Yeah, a lot of people are making trend lines a lot more difficult than what it got to be. Trend lines will also help you visualize the direction of the market and where potential reversals may happen. And that's the key thing. These would be your reversals, good entries from those areas there. But this would be the starting point. So the best entry would have probably been this one, maybe this one. The more times price touches, the more times price touches that trend line here, the more price will continue to reverse and go up. That's what you'll be looking for. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. There are no guarantees. You always need extra confirmations. And I will help you with those extra confirmations. Remember, the link is in the description.